Okay, so we have a Husqvarna weed trimmer here, and the customer says that it needs new hoses. It won't start, needs new hoses. So we're gonna check it out, do a diagnostic. Of course, we'll try our 3-step diagnostic, and we'll stop if we ever find anything. So the first step is we want to check to make sure it's getting fuel. So we'll hit the primer, and we'll see if it's getting any fuel to the carburetor. Guess we should make sure it's got some fuel. I think it's pretty low. Yeah, I see the hose right here. So it's broke off. What I need to do now is make sure the carburetor is still in good condition. I'll show you how we're going to do that. Okay, so I got to take this cover off. Okay, so we're going to take the hose off the carburetor here. The broken hose. See if we can get this hose on. Okay, so the hose is on that. We'll just tighten the carburetor back up a little bit, just for our experiment, our test, our diagnostic, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll use the old filter just to make sure we don't get anything into the carburetor. And then we can put that right down the gas hole, gas fill hole. Then we can see if we can. There we go. We need more gas to make this work. There we go. So now we're getting fuel into the carburetor. So now we'll see if we can get this to start. We'll choke it. Okay, so the carburetor does have a problem, which is why we did this test. The reason it has a problem is because when you throttle it up, it is bogging down. Now, I can make adjustments, but what I normally suggest is you need to replace the diaphragms inside the carburetor. Well, it's just as cheap to replace the carburetor itself as it is to replace diaphragms, and you get new carburetor. It's basically the same price if you get like a aftermarket HIPAA carburetor. So since we're already here, we'll go ahead and replace the carburetor. Okay, so we'll go ahead and replace the hoses. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start putting new hoses on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slit in the hose. And then we'll cut off the weakest side, the thinnest side, at kind of an angle, and then we'll create a little tip here. and not really good enough. Need to be a little bit stronger tip. And then we'll put it into our hole in the gas tank. And then we'll take her and then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it around the hemostat, and that will pull it in without ripping the hose. Now we're going to put on a new fuel filter, if I have enough hose to hang on to do it. Now we're going to do it again. Okay, so now we're going to put it into the hole. This one doesn't have to be as long because all we're going to do is make sure that we have a return here. So what I'm going to do is again pull this out. Now, the return has a little piece here that keeps it from getting pulled out of the gas tank. So we'll stick this here. And then we can pull it in, back in. And then it'll stop right there at the top. Now we can grab our new carburetor and hook our hoses up. The gasket from the old carburetor is still good, so we'll leave it. And then we can put our carburetor back on. We'll put the fuel back, the throttle line back on. Now we want to make sure everything flows okay. Okay, so now we're going to change out the spark plug since we're already into it. Okay, we're going to gap it from 25 to 30. And it's already gapped correctly. Make sure it starts again. Go ahead and put the air filter back in. Okay, so that's all there is to replacing a carburetor. It's a lot easier than having to change out the diaphragms and clean the carburetor, which when the gas stagnates in there, what happens, it evaporates and dries the diaphragm out, and then all the particles from that alcohol gas get mixed up in the screens and different things and needs cleaned. So it's just easier to spend the $15 on a new carburetor. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was working on something. So if this video helps you work on your equipment, another shade tree. Thanks for watching.